Hello and welcome to Artclstudios. I am Hanciel, and today we're back with a new drawing and talking. It's been a bit. It's been a while. I've been away for a little bit, but I'm trying to get back into this. So thank you for those joining on Instagram. I'm gonna be screen sharing my Instagram. But also I'll be on YouTube. Let me check that the microphone's working right. Okay. So we're back in business, and tonight I'll be doing inking. So I'll be inking a character from an indie comic book, which is called Isnana, the Were Spider. And I'm also here tonight because I want to test out the equipment to make sure that we're good, because tomorrow I'll be interviewing the creator of this comic book, and the creator is Greg Dye is his Instagram. And yeah, so tomorrow he'll be joining me live, and you guys can come in and ask questions about what it takes to make a comic book. And I'm curious to know about these things as well. So it's good to see, that there's a lot of indie creators going out there making things. And this is his recent project. He just launched a Kickstarter. It's Nana, the Spider-Verse Showtime. This is his fourth book. And as you can see here, I'm a fan of this guy. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you for joining. Hope all is well in this pandemic, and I've been seeing you grinding on your live, DJ Venom. Yeah, so as I was saying, I'm a fan of this guy. I've been collecting his comic book. How can I show it? There we go. I've been collecting his comic book for a while, and now I'm gonna have the honor to have him on the show. As I call it, whatever it is that I'm doing here. So I've been wanting to do a fan art for a long time, and I finally took it upon myself to say, like, hey, I'm gonna be doing this today. So I started this morning, did a rough sketch, and hey, dímelo mi hermano, and now I'm finally getting to it. So I have some reference images from somebody doing capoeira, and in the theme of his comic book, which is Showtime, it's about kids riding in the subway, and it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see this comic book come to fruition. And again, if you can, go look him up and go show your support by going into the Kickstarter and donating some cash money. All right, so without further ado, let's get on with this. I'm using a program called Sketchbook. Not Sketchbook. That's what I used to use. This is called Clip Studio Paint. I've been using it for the past like 3-4 months. And let me know if you guys have any questions about anything about my life. I'm an independent freelancer. Currently working from home, as most of us are, and it's been fun. It's been fun making things, but the funnest things is to do the things that you like to do. I'm not gonna lie, it gets stressful sometimes. There are times that everything gets really slow, and that's the time that I get to have fun and enjoy my independent stuff. All right, let's see, where are we going? Let's hide this thing. Everything seems to be good. All right, let's see if this thing picked up speed. That's the only down thing about streaming so far that I gotta figure out. Hey, what's up? What's up? Mangeki you god. Mange. Yeah, I'm really bad at reading these. Alright, but without further ado, I'm getting started with this ink. Alright. So I've been a fan of this character. His name is Nana. The story of this character is... Wow, that's really slow. That's the reason why I like to do these things, to test things out. Sometimes I just think it's too crazy. How can I hide this thing? Yeah, streaming is always a hit or miss with me, because I don't know when it's gonna be fast. Johnny. Hey Johnny, thank you for joining. Hope all is well on your end. I'm trying to make this stream work, and it's hot down here with all these lights. I don't understand how your name isn't big yet, bro. You're such an underrated artist. Oh, thank you, bro. Same with you, man. I see you working hard, Cirillo. And it's all about that consistency, man. No one will see you unless you do it every day of your life. If you stop for 3 days, people forget who you are. People forget what you do. So you gotta constantly remind people who you are, what you do, and hopefully you don't get so many technical difficulties as I do on the way to make things. But it happens. We out here doing this, having a serious crappy night. Hope you're well. I'm sorry to hear that, man. To hear that, Johnny. You know, we all get those every once in a while. You know, I had that for a little bit. I was in a bit of a grunt myself, of a runt. And I'm getting out of it, you know. And as we get out of these stages in our lives where things suck, everything is bad, you know, especially because of the circumstances that we're in, I feel like it's our duty to share a little bit of joy, whatever we can, however we can. And yeah, man, but it's hard out here, you know. You have to constantly keep finding ways of making us happy. But it's up to you, you know, it's up to us to say, hey, I can do this. Because people can give you the best advice. I could be talking all day here about how to get out of this, but no one will listen unless you're open to it, you know. Because I'm saying it because I was there, and I'm finally getting back to myself and feeling myself again. Alright, so as I speak, I'm just taking a couple of more reference shots to add to my reference pile so that I can follow along. Johnny, what do you do? Cirillo is a rapper, a comedian, and check him out. He's on YouTube making comedy and skits. What kind of things are you into? All right, let's see. So I'm taking some shots. Okay, so this might be good. So that grind and passion for whatever you have, man. I used to draw manga, but considering giving up now. That's tough, man. You know, whenever, you know, we hit those moments that we want to give up, it's good, you know, sometimes to take a break. But I don't think if you are passionate about something, you know, I don't think you should ever like quit full on, because you might be doing more damage.
Here's a COVID-19 update.
You might be doing more damage to yourself sometimes if you quit too soon, and you know, later on you'd be like, oh man, if I would have continued practicing, something would have happened. And as I say that because it took me a long time for me to, you know, share my work. And let's see, and even when I'm sharing my work, I still go through these downfalls that I don't know what I'm doing sometimes, like, but it's all about rolling with the punches, man. It's like whatever we do, it gets hard sometimes. We're shy at times. We don't want to talk to anybody. We don't want to call people, but we always have to find people to rely on, people to like share our ideas, share our thoughts with. And as you can see, mostly I'm talking here and my computer's frozen pretty much and I can't draw. So I'm right now literally rolling with the punches here. But it's just good also to be back on this live and feeling the energy, it's getting to interact with one or two people. That's, amazing. But like I said, also tomorrow will be the day that will be really fun on this live. So if you're around, come join me again, because I'll be speaking with the creator of this comic book. All right, let's see. Every artist will have their burnout moments, but you should never give up. That's a fact. We all go through the roller coaster. We go through the roller coaster. We go through the ups and downs, and one of the things that has helped me to get out of a runt or of a grunt, I don't know how to pronounce that word, but is not looking so much at what other people are doing. Because sometimes we get discouraged from doing what we want because we see others doing things better than us or a different way than us, and that could sometimes be discouraging. Could be sometimes like put us down. So I'll suggest, and again, I'm telling you this because I went through this recently. I stopped looking at other people's stuff and I started focusing on what made me begin drawing in the first place. And real quick, for those joining on Instagram, I had to set up this little side of my let me see if you're gonna see it I think you can see it on the screen, but I had to set up this side where I draw, like I sketch, because sometimes sketching on paper is faster. So I had to do this for a while to get back into my drawing. So I started drawing what I loved in the beginning, which is manga, Dragon Ball Z characters. And once I did that for a couple of days, I got back into it, and I'm getting there. I always feel like you will always be getting there. You might not ever be fully there, and if you're there, it might be for a couple of minutes, and then you digress. That's why I say never stop learning for you, which is my model. I always think that we should always be learning, and whatever it is that we're doing. And I'm not doing much drawing here, more talking than drawing. What time will the live start tomorrow? The same time? No, so the live for tomorrow will be at 8 o'clock. 8 p.m. will be the live. So usually I do stream at 10:30, but I have to make adjustments, and I don't want to stick to one schedule, one calendar, because I think it might be limiting, although it's good for people to catch, to get on schedules, but it's what works. Sometimes we gotta be flexible. Hey Miriam, welcome to the live. So I am drawing very slowly today, and I might just take it as it comes, but it's super slow. And there's always something, that'll try to hold us back to doing whatever we want to do. But if you give up on the way to success, you might be almost there and you quit right when you're about to get there. So you have to be consistent, persistent. You always got to try new things. If something's not working, let it go and come back to it later on. And if this thing keeps being so laggy, I might cut this a little shorter. But I'm pretty much testing out the software. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I say that, I like to click this. Where's the thing? Effects. There we go. You can't see anything. but it says subscribe and like the video. There we go. And yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel to make sure you catch the whole interview tomorrow. If you can't catch it on Instagram, it will be up, but I always say YouTube, it looks a little better. All right. Let's see, what does it say? I wish I was almost there. I'm far from it, but there's a deeper reason I want to quit. I see. All right, I'll make sure to catch tomorrow's live. I actually met creator was not on one day and Bulletproof. Yes, that's how I met him as well. I met him in Bulletproof, and ever since following him, talking to him there, and I finally got the courage to ask him to get on an interview. But to address, what Johnny's saying, man, trust me, like, I probably don't know exactly what you're going through. Clearly, I don't know what you're going through. Might be something deep, hopefully things get better. But all I can say is, don't lose hope, man. You always got to try something and try again. I wish I was almost there. Like I said, almost there, it's only an expression, because in terms of like getting better at something, especially if you're an artist, you will always feel like there's room for improvement. But I'm thinking of starting some tutorials on my channel, and I've been saying that for a while now. But I have 6 videos set up where I'll be speaking, taking things slowly, step by step, to where I'll be giving some tips on drawing if that's the case. But send me some of your work. Send it to my email. It'll be on my Instagram. Just click on email and you send it to my email, and I'll take a look at it. And if I can help in any way, I'll gladly help. But I might be cutting this live a little short today because my software is not allowing me to work as I wish. And so tomorrow will be the live with Greg, the creator of Isnana, the Were Spider. And he's an independent comic book creator. Let me just put him on the screen again. Unless, as you see, things happen all the time. Hey, Amira. Things happen all the time. But we can't let the little faults that we go through ruin our whole life. Whatever it is, if you can't draw, if that's the thing, if you can't draw at the moment, watch something to make your mind wonder and get your mind thinking of something creative. And sometimes as artists, we tend to be hard on ourselves. That's also another thing. So be compassionate with yourself, be kind to you. And yeah, man, it's hard to say, so send me a DM if you want, and we can talk about it in private. Maybe I can help in any way or give any advice. But yeah, so tomorrow again at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'll be interviewing Greg, the Isnana creator. And again, I suggest you check out go to his page and support him and his Kickstarter. He has his campaign running to September 29. I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining piece. And maybe I can let me see if I can play the bit of a video here where it's pretty much showing what the content would be. And if you know artists that you like or you yourself want to be part of this interviews one day, let me know and maybe we'll put something together. All All right, let's see. And Instagram. Let me turn off my camera here so that people can see. There we go. Can't draw at all, barely, according to everyone on social media. Don't go by what social media says, you know. Social media. All right, let's. Social media could be very fickle sometimes. And you can't go by what social media says. Because if we go to according with likes, somebody finds a niche and that niche works, but then pretty quick that niche goes away and then you got to start all over. So as long as you're working and doing things you like to do or practicing, getting better at something, that's all that matters. So as we see here, jumping back into this Nana video, it's pretty exciting.
About the son of a non-city spider, the West African and Caribbean god of stories. Throughout the series, Nana meets and interacts with various figures of Black mythology, folklore, and spirituality. In the next one-shot, Showtime, Nana finally finds time to wind down from his busy schedule of fighting extra-dimensional villains when he meets and joins a group of street Showtime dancers. In this particular book, I wanted to highlight the coming-of-age aspect of Nana, where he'll finally be able to be a kid and enjoy himself and also deal with issues and reality of being a black kid in an urban city. Inspired by former students of mine who were b-boy dancers, I also wanted to create this book as a tribute and homage to them and my love for street and Showtime dancers that are a part of New York City culture. Joining us for this story is Miguel Blanco on pencils and inks, Angel Davis Cooper on colors, Devon Bennett on letters, with a dope cover by Corey Randolph.
Hey, Shortstop Comic. Welcome to the live.
David Brain returning from the ballads of Rawhead and John Henry with a new.
Oops. So for those joining, I'm pretty much right now, and I think I just messed it up. Let's see if I find it. Yeah, there we go. We're watching the campaign for the Isana Kickstarter on Instagram. Hey, Rosa, welcome. So we're watching the campaign for indie comic book Kickstarter. It's by Greg. The comic book is called Nana the Worst Spider, and he's dropping a new book called Showtime. We're just watching the Kickstarter campaign. It started over, but we're right here. Oh, you're watching on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
We also have a new print by John Jennings, a new t-shirt designed by Happy Monsters Tiana Scott, trading cards by David Graham, and Nana the Were-Spider and Osigo the Leopard pop toys by Viet Nguyen. There's also a reward tier where you can get a signed copy of Showtime signed by every member of the creative team. Throughout the years, this series has garnered various fans from all over the world, has been critically acclaimed, and has picked up awards along the way. I am extremely grateful for all the love and support over the years, and I want to say thank you for helping me make this dream of mine a reality. And I hope that you can continue on Nana's journey with me. And to all the new backers and supporters, welcome to the Ligway universe. Thank you.
All right, so that was Nana the Worst Spider on on the campaign for Kickstart. So go check out Greg DAE, Greg Anderson. Yeah, so again, tomorrow he'll be joining me live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be getting into all the nitty-gritties about comic books. If you want to join, if you want to tell a friend, tell your friends to join in the conversation, because I think it's, important to see. What am I playing now? It's important to see people that look like you, people that are starting out.
Hi,
That
my name is Greg Anderson.
okay, so this thing started again. I don't know where it is playing from. Oh, there we go. So it's important to see people, creating things that you can relate to, especially melanated people that, we haven't seen a lot of indie stuff created. And as time goes on, we started to see more and more. But it's great to see, people creating. And when you see people that create things, it's a boost, because my goal is to create my own comic books, but I feel like I'm not there yet. I have the characters, I have the story, but I have to put things together and coming together. And Shortstop Comic, he's been working on his comic for a while. He's on Instagram, but I want to see it come to fruition. So there's always things that one is missing, the other one has, and once you learn from one another, you start piecing together the things that there we go. So it got a little faster now, so we might get some inks. Finally, we might get some inks in. Maybe. Let me not celebrate too soon. But yeah, so it's good to talk to one another, especially when you're creators. You're creative and you want to do something. You don't know how to get to step number 3. That person, your step number 3 might be that person's step number 4, or that person's step number 2. So it's always good to help one another and figure out ways on how to do certain things. And it's Johnny said that it looks pretty cool. Yeah, man, it's something that he's been working on for a while, and it's great to see how it's growing. Seeing people with your with something that you created, and some people finding appeal in something that you created, it must be a special feeling. But yeah, so we're gonna find out what he feels like tomorrow at 8 p.m. What does it feel like to see people rocking your character and finding appreciation? And I'm sure that it's a lot of work, to put all that together or curated, but it's worth it at the end of the day. It's worth it going through all the troubles, because the reward shows. There's a great product with a great story. And the other thing, like when I was younger, I wanted to be an actor, and I wanted to act in like shows, TVs, and stuff like that. But when I found out that you can actually create the show for people to be in, I took that a little bit more. I took more interest into that part of things, because you choose now. You have control, creative control over what happens in the story, instead of somebody narrating a story for you. Nothing wrong again with being an actor and partaking in something that someone created, because there's always a chain. But I'm sure that all actors at one point want to be writers and creators. Well, not all, but a lot of them are. And I might get into Chadwick Boseman passing tomorrow again, because I heard something that he shared on a video. He shared that he always wanted to be a writer, and the first time he got fired from a job, he said, "Well, I didn't want that job anyways. I want to create things more than I want to be in." So that reminded me, that like there's a lot of people like that, that you might love making people smile. Yeah, man. You find one thing next to another, And, you know, no one can tell your story better than you. You know, you can give it to somebody to help you develop some stories sometimes, but it's not a better feeling. And I'm just gonna stop drawing because it's not clearly not super slow. Let me just flip the camera. And yeah, I need a shave. Yeah, I'll shave tomorrow. But yeah, so it's not no better feeling than that of, you know, creating something that you like, creating something that you love, and creating something that you love for people that you love, for people that might have things in common with you, that might share similar ideas. And let's see if I can get this thing. There we go. It's no better feeling than sharing those things you like with people that you like, and people that find it and that understand what you want to say, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. So if you have a story, I encourage you to write it, you know, share it. It may take work. It's a lot of work sometimes to get things from your head to physical, but there's no place like the now to start, you know. You're gonna, the moment, and the funniest thing is that the moment you start working on whatever it is that you want to work on, no one, like, I always think like comedians are like the best because they don't care if you laugh at their joke or not when they're saying it. They just trust and believe that it's funny, and their confidence makes people laugh. Sometimes you don't, because there's all these different styles of comedy, all these different styles of doing things, but it's all about the delivery and what the message at the end of the day is. If you're lying about things, then no one will understand it. Like, if you're being honest about whatever it is that you're trying to convey, that will come through in whatever form you're doing it, whether it is through music, whether it's writing, whether it is um, comedy, pictures. You can tell when a model is not smiling right. Like, you can tell that person's fake smiling. You can tell that that person's smiling for real, because again, these are emotions, and capturing emotions in separate things. That's what the whole thing about creating is. You know, capturing an emotion and sharing an emotion. That's all we're trying to do. Everyone in this world, that's what they're trying to do. Emotions, you know, if you're a car creator like Tesla, he wants to make sure that people um, have safe rides or comfortable rides and that are helping the environment. And again, that's an emotion. With that, even if it's something so technical like a car, there's still an emotion. Commercials, they're selling emotions. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that. It's been 30 minutes in. Wanted to test out some of these things, some of the equipment for tomorrow. Again at 8 p.m. I'll be live, so check that out. And don't get discouraged when people tell you you can't do something. Don't get discouraged if you can't do something in the beginning. Just know that you can practice, and get better at something. So with that, I want to say never stop learning for you, because when you learn, you can teach others. Don't forget to check out some of the merch. These are not out yet. But there'll be a link in my bio if you want to just check out what I have so far. But there's a lot of things that are being on the works, and I hope you get inspired. If you get inspired, send me a DM. And peace. I forgot how I do this. Never stop learning for you. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow me on social media. And if you like the video, click the like button. If you want to see more videos, click the video in the middle. And don't forget, never stop learning for you.